East Texans are still trying to deal with damage from the storms that ripped through East Texas. With power still out in Gladewater, the familiar sound of generators can be heard in several neighborhoods. Some downed trees have still not been cut away, and trees continue to block some streets there. Several homes and vehicles were also damaged. A fire started at one home when a weatherhead was torn away.
Flash fire with a meter loop pulled over from the wires arcing out on the building and blowed out the back side of the meter loop. Weatherhead and the meter loop was ripped off the house.
Fortunately, the homeowners say the fire did not do extensive damage.